Hello, boys.
G'day, Liam. How you doing? Hey, we've started.
Bit of dial-up internet over there.
No, sorry, mate. A bit of delay over here.
Yeah,
I understand.
On the broadcast, we're getting you through.
That's all right. Welcome to the final episode of Ned Silly Season 4 2025.
Are we going to come back?
Have we been renewed?
Look, I don't want to assume.
The numbers are grim.
The numbers grim. There's not a lot of people around the office
We
at
had
the moment.
2 pieces of good feedback from last episode, though.
Oh, yeah?
Did we?
Yeah, well, your mum
Yeah.
and our boss, who we were kind of sledging on the pod.
Oh, great.
Yeah. No, it's we don't need to give mum any more airtime.
I copped it at my own house because of how we spoke about your mum's turkey.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What happened there?
My partner was like, I can't believe you were so rude
Yeah.
about Liam's mum. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, who cares? She goes, but he said that she listens.
She
Well,
threw it.
Number one podcast listener. Like, you don't
Well,
want
I
to.
said, if you're not putting salt and pepper on a turkey, you deserve
There's
everything you
something's
get.
going on.
I reckon I might seriously miss out on some Christmas presents this year for throwing her under the bus.
Yeah, you do
Because
strike me as someone who still believes in Santa.
Yeah. Mum.
What do you mean still? Well, I actually, I got sprayed by my better half for airing that family laundry out to our massive audience
But
as
it's
well.
Christmas. It's the time. It's the
Exactly.
time for airing dirty laundry.
Yeah. Well,
family
all right.
issues.
The floor is yours. Take us away.
Listen here, Dad.
Wherever you are.
What's on for Christmas, boys? Are you travelling away or?
I am. I'm going up north. I'm with the in-laws. They're
Yeah.
up in Mackay.
Yuck. Mackay is one of the worst places in the country.
Yeah, I
hate
I
Mackay.
completely agree with
That's
that.
where I got fired from my radio job.
Yep.
Yeah,
On my
okay.
way through Mackay, they called me into the offices there and sacked me on the spot, left me in the middle of
Jeez.
Mackay. And the worst part was I looked around Mackay and I was like, what a grim
It's
place.
There's-
to be
there's
stuck
not a
in.
lot
Yeah.
That's
to
where
do there.
Liam's heading for Christmas.
Yeah,
Yep.
disgusting
So
place.
What do you get up to up
we'll go to Canelands and I'll probably do a lap of the shops.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah,
yeah.
the Mackay shops.
Yep.
Most of the stores are closed.
And
Four
then,
Lease is their favourite
Yeah.
shop there.
That's really
There's
good.
a lot of
That's-
Four Lease.
That's really
It's
good.
crazy how everyone's opened a Four Lease shop in Mackay's shopping centre.
And then I'll probably just pray that it rains because it gets stinking hot up there, and my in-laws don't have air conditioning. So yeah, really looking
Jeez,
forward to
wow.
Christmas.
air conditioning in Mackay.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, it's a choice. What are you boys up to?
I'm just doing I'm Orphan's Christmas. That's pretty much my Christmas all the time. I don't really do the fam thing.
Well, because you
It's-
are an orphan.
No, yeah. No, my fam are kind of doing their own thing, and I'm just kicking about. I'm gonna hang out with my mates. Just,
Where are your fam?
They're around, but my old girl's in the US at the moment, so won't be here
Yeah,
for
okay.
Christmas. And I just kind of we just kick about. We're doing our own thing at our house.
Nice.
Mate. Kicking about, go
Yeah.
see some mates, have a couple of beers, have a couple.
Oh,
of
stop
beers.
it!
Oh, look
Stop
out,
it!
look
Stop
out.
You
it!
know what I mean?
I do
Keep
know
it
what
pretty
you mean.
laxed. Yeah, that's about it.
Well, I'm on the sunny coast. Got some family flying up.
Must be hard, mate.
Yeah, hard life. I'll be asleep by 1 p.m. on
nice.
Christmas Day. Fill up on prawns,
Yeah.
few beers, few Crown Lagers
Drinking-
maybe.
Yeah, drinking gravy from the
It's
boat.
the beer of Christmas.
Is it
Wouldn't
actually?
drink it on any other day.
Crown lagers,
Yeah, it's a Christmas beer, mate.
ashtray
Yeah.
juice. That's
There
no
you go.
good.
The Crownies.
Yucky. Well, I feel like there is a fair bit to get through.
Okay.
Yeah,
For the final out.
sports
We've
related stuff.
we've got a bit to talk about here.
Lead us away.
Well, the cricket starts tomorrow, boys.
Oh, I'm gonna get tongue deep in the cricket.
Do you want to elaborate on that one?
Cricket.
Give it a lashing. No, we have Mr. Tongue coming in for Atkinson.
Joshy Tongue, yes.
Yeah. So interesting decision. Probably not the one I'd go with. He's a wicket taker, but he can be expensive, and I think there's a few runs on the board for Australia here.
Yeah, there could be. It was my most vivid memory of old Joshy Tongue was we were sitting at a bar watching England play India, and I said, "Oh, watch this bloke. I think he's the future of English cricket."
Wide,
and I dead
wide.
set think in the next half an hour he bowled 8 wides
Yeah.
in a Test match. So, I mean, I looked stupid, but I'm
Loose
pretty
lips, sink
happy.
chips,
Yeah.
and that tongue was wagging. So
Very nice. But boys, the test starts on a Wednesday, and I don't know about you, but I would rather be on the couch watching the cricket than sitting in the office. And I feel like a lot of Australians might not have their leaves. Maybe they have cash in a bit of annual leave.
Yes.
Maybe
yes,
you've been
yes,
asked to
yes.
stay in the office like we have. But I thought maybe we should come up with a few ways to get people to work from home
Yep.
in quotation marks so they can watch the first 3 days of the cricket because it might not get to the weekend.
Well, the way it's been going.
Yeah. So
It's I don't know what Cricket Australia is doing, starting it on a Wednesday with the.
I guess they're assuming that everyone would be on holidays by now.
Yeah, okay.
So, but if you're a sucker like we are, we're still working.
Just company men.
We are company men.
Exactly. We do have TVs at work. We go
We
to
do,
watch
yeah.
sport while we're working.
Yeah.
So
I won't be missing many deliveries, but I'd prefer to be doing it at home. So yeah, I thought, why don't we brainstorm some ways to get a bit crafty and get working from home. I realised that, Jack, you are my boss, so I feel like a lot of this is not going to fly for me personally, but
you
we'll
know
see
how
how
lenient I am. Right?
or lack thereof.
I prefer when you're not in the office.
Yeah, well, there we go. I think. What do you boys have any off the rip day one?
I think a great little tool. This isn't so much to work from home, but I feel like if you're going to kind of get out of the office, you've got to work in phases, right? So like, you don't really have a lot of work to do in the final weeks of the bloody year.
No.
Let's be real.
The queue is in the rack.
But you don't want them to look at your screen and be like, you're doing nothing.
Yes.
And you've got the cricket on one screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what I've a great website that I think everyone should get around. It's called whitescreen.online. Okay. And what it is a fake update screen for your computer. You can choose it for Mac if you're that way inclined, like
there you go.
myself. You can also choose it just for like Chrome or whatever. And you basically just choose your version of Windows, set how many minutes you want the update to take.
Can you?
And it'll
This is
just,
can you give us?
I'll see. Yeah, let me see if I can put it up on our screen.
So what you're while you do that? So you're saying you say you're working from home
Yeah.
and you pull this up.
Yeah.
And just message your boss and say, hey, like I'd really love to be doing stuff. I'd really love to be getting working. However,
Yeah.
this has just popped up.
This
and-
is it. And then you just
And it's
chuck
not
little
a
bit
small
of-
update. This is the full, like, this is a once a year.
This is the big one.
This is,
IT said I had to do it.
yeah.
Unfortunately, it will restart several times apparently, but I've only got 7% done.
And that's not moving.
7% just doesn't move.
So it just won't move.
Yeah,
But
that's-
like, I don't know, mate. This is me. Yeah, it'll move a little bit, I think. But
You can pull that one off
There
in
you go.
the
We
office
just
as
got
well.
that.
Okay.
Oh, geez,
I set
that's
the
gone
timer.
too far.
You set the
Yeah,
timer.
okay.
Oh, right.
So I've set that at 180 minutes.
But then obviously boss man can be like, hey, how's it going?
And like,
And it's moving, but I mean,
Yeah.
I might have to just go to lunch early.
yeah.
What do you want me
I'll
to
go
do
to lunch
here?
early, mate. Just go, what are you going to do?
Let's go down to the Waterloo. Yeah.
Go down to the pub, get a counter
Yeah.
meal. Hopefully it'll be done by the time I come back.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
is
Oh, shit, it restarted. I need to manually
and you
put
just
in
set the amount of
password.
minutes until when it's like they stop for lunch
yeah.
or tea or whatever.
Yeah, that's
Just gotta
clever.
Go to sleep.
That is very clever.
That way you're at the workplace.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
looking like a great bloody.
Yeah.
So then the next
you
day.
want to be working.
Yeah.
Because I feel like 3 days in a row working from home is
Yeah.
fishy.
It is fishy. Definitely is fishy.
So Jack, day 2. So you've updated your laptop.
Yeah.
How are you getting out of day 2?
Day 2, this when this time of year, maybe people are hosting families. There's people using your bathroom a lot. Need a plumber.
Oh, get the tradies in.
Got a tradie in. Have to be home.
Yeah.
for the tradie. Oh, they gave me a time frame of like 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Just got to be there.
And
Yeah,
then
great.
Who knows when
then
I'm
you
a
know
Telstra
what?
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're going to update your Telstra
Yeah.
box or whatever, the
Yeah.
internet guy, we're going to
Yeah,
be
the
from
NBN
6 a.m. till
Yeah.
6 p.m. Monday to Friday for the next 3 months.
Then it's not your fault. You're working within their trading hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's understandable. I'll work from home. Don't worry. I'll get a bit of stuff done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
mind
good
that
stuff.
Yeah.
at all. And I think that kind of flows on to what I came up with for day 3. And maybe you can swap them around to keep a narrative going.
Yeah.
And that's you kind of blame someone in your household and say that they're sick and you've got to look after them. It works
Yeah.
if you've got children. If you've got relatives over, you can be like, sorry, got the relos over. One's real crook. I've got to ferry him around. They're not from here. They're out of town.
Picking
And
up from the airport's a good one.
airport
Yeah.
is very good
Flight
at this
got
time
delayed.
of year. That's out of your control. And then maybe day 3, you say, oh, someone's absolutely done a job on the loo. I've got to get the plumber in.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like that's a pretty good
That's
3
good.
days.
Well, yeah, you could
good
say,
days.
well, we had a little bit of a pre-Christmas feed. Prawns were no good.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Now the toilet's no good.
Yeah.
There's so many great options. To be honest, productivity in this country should be taking a bloody massive dive over the next 3 days after that.
You'd think they'd know by now.
The economy is going to be shot, guys. This is going to be awful for the state of the nation. But in terms of watching the cricket, numbers will be up.
Yeah.
So there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, heat stroke, grand's gone down again.
There you go.
It's gone down.
Well, that's
Grandma.
That's one of the things I've always heard is when you start a new job, you get 4 fresh grandparents.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
So
bad.
I mean, you can only I feel like you can't cash all 3 in on the first 3 days of a test.
Well,
but
You're not, if grand goes down,
Yeah.
you're not just going back into work the next
yeah,
day.
you could just use
And,
one.
and usually a granddad's not too far off.
Yeah,
So.
well, heartbreak.
Maybe that's the New Year's test. You can go. Unethical hacks. There you go, punters. There's a few ways to get off. Watch the cricket this week.
Lads, can we talk some big week of sport over the next couple of weeks? Because when we're off, it's going to be quite
Yes,
a big thing. Obviously, the cricket. But then in terms of American sport, the Christmas period, this is one thing that the States do very, very well.
Yes.
The amount of sport that's
It's
on.
non-stop.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
If you don't want to talk to your family, it's sport.
And ever since the NFL decided to weasel into the NBA's Christmas slate, it has been quite fantastic.
And it's not just NFL games. It's like peak fantasy football season as well. If you've
Everyone's
had a good
finals.
year, it's Christmas Day is one of the most stressful.
I wanted to turn our attention to the NFL because this past week has really, it's been a long period of like, who's going to make the playoffs? Where's this going to sit? Are the Chiefs going to do this comeback? Ravens, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's now starting to be a bit clear as to what we're going to see at the end of this season.
Yep.
Over the weekend in the NFL, or over the last couple of days in the NFL, Patrick Mahomes, ACL,
Done.
gone.
Valet.
Dynasty over.
Their season's over anyway after the loss, and it was pretty funny watching Chris Jones didn't know that they were out of playoff contention, and a reporter had to say to him, how did it feel walking off the field knowing that you weren't had no chance for the playoffs anymore? And you watch him just go, huh?
Come again.
Like poor bastard. But that's huge implications for the Chiefs.
Well, yeah, like an ACL tear that late in a season means that he might not come back
Part of the
next
start,
year.
part of the start of the next season potentially.
The bounce backs are getting quicker, but
yeah.
he will not be back for week 1.
One of the best things about Patrick Mahomes is he doesn't really get injured. The most he's had is like a high ankle sprain, and he played the next week.
Yeah. And
So-
they won Super Bowl that year,
I think so.
I believe.
At least made it.
Yeah, they definitely made it.
But that's like a huge knock for them. The Green Bay Packers, who have been on a pretty good roll, just kind of cruising.
Yeah.
They've lost Micah Parsons for what I think was confirmed today is an ACL.
Yes. I
think-
Which sucks because he's one of my favorite players, even though he left the Cowboys.
Did Watson go down as well?
And I think they did get an injury to Watson, but I don't think it's as bad.
He's just
They've lost
he gets an
Kraft
injury
already.
every
And they've
every
already
year.
lost Kraft. That team's got some issues going on there. The impact of Parsons is,
He was on fire.
I don't know if it's going to be like end of your hopes, but it will be a big impact. His pressures are like huge.
Well, but also it's another next year implication.
Well, exactly,
too.
like him being out for a bit of next year. And then as you now see how the dust settles for the Super Bowl thing, I went onto the Neds punting page to have a
futures,
look. Yeah,
yeah.
to see where the futures were sitting for the Super Bowl. Let me rattle off to you the top 10.
Yep.
For the Super Bowl odds.
Yep.
Okay. So we've got, starting down here at 10th, and hopefully I've done this correct in terms of the amount, San Francisco 49ers,
I've heard of him.
$21. Had a big
Yep.
win on the weekend, which they should have had a big win on the weekend.
Defense isn't great.
Defense is slipping, but still better with Salah at the deck. I'm more concerned about this offense and the firepower when it starts to have to be in shootouts.
Yeah.
What they're going to be
Yeah.
able to do. Then you've got the Jacksonville Jaguars after that on $19. Great defense, starting to get it together on offense.
Well, Trevor Lawrence had an incredible day.
He's
yesterday.
finally switched. I feel like the whole issue I've had with the Jags all year is like
Yeah.
it seems like Trevor Lawrence doesn't want to play Cohen's offense. Now it seems like they're starting to click. The Texans, another team with a great defense but an average offense.
But they've
That
got
is
studs
slowly
in
clicking,
defense.
and it's starting to come together. Their defense is mean as. The New England Patriots, who are like still up for the 1 seed,
Value.
are at $14. The Packers are above them at $11.50. You got the Philadelphia Eagles, which
Yeah.
I think are just people are kind of cautious because when they won, they kind of came out of nowhere in a sense. Then you've got the Denver Broncos, Buffalo Bills, Seattle Seahawks, and then the Rams at the very top, but still at $4.50.
$4.50 at this time of year is pretty big, considering what we've seen in previous years. I think this time last year, the Chiefs were probably at, I want to say $3.50, $3.80.
And the Chiefs didn't look that good last year, even though they won every game.
No.
They were just...
I think Philly were pretty short on favourites by this time because of how the season was stacking.
Yeah.
But this is, like, I've just named all those teams for you. I would say from New England up, all of those teams realistically to me could be in the Super Bowl or win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I can see.
I think Texans, Jags, and Niners are just probably going to be spoilers, but are making up the numbers.
I don't think the Packers are an actual chance now.
You don't think the Packers are a chance
I'm
now?
happy to draw a line through them.
I think, Patriots should be above both the Packers and the Eagles.
I agree. I think the Pats deserve to be a bit higher. I know that they got beat by the Bills, but they were in the driver's seat.
I think the Broncos are the value for me. They just answer the call every week.
I really think that there's something about this Broncos side. I liked them at the beginning of the year to take the division, and they're going to do it.
You did. You
There's
planted your flag early there.
Something about Peyton, and I think I like Bo Nix.
Bo Nix is coming on.
I think
their
11-game win streak for Denver.
11-game win streak is nuts. To be honest, I'm one of those believers that you should have a loss before the playoffs, like finals. Not maybe the week before, but I don't like teams taking a long streak into the finals.
So they've got the Jags, Chiefs, and then Chargers for the rest of the year.
So I could see them maybe dropping to the Chargers or Chiefs because they've probably got the division in the bag.
Yeah, rotate the squad.
Rotate a bit.
They wouldn't have anything to play for last game.
I put it to you. I know our futures bets at the beginning of the season, we said Lions for the Super Bowl, you said Bills.
Yep.
Given the current state of the NFL, the new injuries and whatnot, and the real topsy-turvy how this league looks right now, who would you pick as your two Super Bowl teams now with the state of the NFL?
Yeah, I think for me, this is the easiest Josh Allen's ever had it to get through the AFC.
That's true.
I think that this is
Mahomes.
He's the only one left standing.
No Mahomes, no Burrow, no Lamar.
But my issue with that is like, and I know we always do it, but in the NFL, it's so bad at just comparing quarterbacks to quarterbacks when they don't play each other, they play the defense.
Yes, correct.
And like the Denver Broncos defense is in the AFC, and that and the Texans defense are two of the scariest defenses out there on that side of the draw, I reckon.
Yep.
That makes things, I think that's tough. If he goes up against them, I think he could have a hard time. And the way the seeding sits, he might have to go into Denver or he might have to.
But I think he's got the playoff experience means a lot in this league, and I think that if I was to go the Super Bowl exactor today, it would be Buffalo versus the Rams. I think that's where I would be.
Buffalo v. Rams.
Are the Rams just going to limp in though? I feel like
Devontae Adams, another injury we forgot to mention, could be bad. The way they spoke about it, it seemed like it's going to be a bad one, and he could miss him. But at the same time, he's a red zone threat.
Yeah.
He's been scoring pretty much everything in there. Puka does all the movement up the field.
And Blake Corum's now really emerged as another threat in that offense. They've got two running backs getting 70-odd yards a game. Like, you don't really need to rely on a Devontae Adams much.
It's been incredible how they've just retooled and now they're back as contenders.
Yeah, and I think there's a great theory of what they might do post-season that I would love for you to say after we do our little tips here.
Okay.
But what would you have if you were doing the exactor right now?
Oh, I'd have to have... I'm going to say Seattle Seahawks.
I don't mind that. This week they're playing each other.
Yeah.
On the Friday, Thursday Night Football, it is Seahawks Rams.
Yeah. Oh.
And that is going to be a huge factor in what happens with this NFC area. Like you watch the odds kind of jump. Rams are $3 to win the NFC Championship. I could see it being against Seattle, depending how the seeds fall out. I actually am going to go, I think, and it's pretty lame because it's the two tops, but I really think that it could be a Denver Rams, it could be a Broncos Rams Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The way the current odds sit, I would love to see that matchup. Because
Well-
there's something about how those two teams play that I think would be really exciting to.
I think because
To watch.
you planted your flag on Denver way before the season started, so I feel like you have to kind of death ride that now. And I mean, that's a good ride to have.
Yeah, I just think that they're like, obviously they've had some shockers and some late kind of quarter comebacks, but there's something about that team I really like.
Yeah.
The grit, and there's something also about a team that has come back from 30 points down in a fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That makes you kind of go, anything could still happen,
Yeah.
which is pretty exciting. But say the Rams do make the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Say the Rams win the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Matt Stafford's 38.
He's up there.
He's up there.
Yeah.
Bad back at the beginning of the year. People didn't
Yeah.
even think he was going to start this season. What do you think happens if the Rams win the Super Bowl?
Well, yeah, so this was something that I kind of threw out to you before we started the record. Obviously, the Rams are favourites to win the Super Bowl at this point in time, $4.50. But also, Matt Stafford is incredibly short to win MVP at $1.30. So
Right off into the sunset. You reckon?
yeah, I think that there is a universe where Stafford wins the MVP, the Rams win another Super Bowl. So that's Stafford's second
He
Super
wins
Bowl
the
ring.
Finals MVP.
Finals
Also puts
MVP.
it also puts the Rams at 3 total Super Bowls, maybe even 4, which puts them in like the top 5.
Not
franchises.
bad at all. He's now 38. He's achieved almost everything you can in this sport. He doesn't need to do it anymore. Stafford calls it a day after he wins the Super Bowl, rides off into the sunset. The Rams have 2 first-round picks next year, and I'm assuming I need to have a look. They probably have one the rest, like next year and the year after. So that's 4 first-round picks.
This is actually one of the rare times that the Rams have not traded any of their future firsts.
Well, they love trading their first.
So they've got 4 over the next 3 years.
If Stafford goes, that's a massive hole in that team that's poised to go back to win another Super Bowl. And there's a disgruntled QB on the other side of the league that is almost threatening retirement in Joe Burrow. He's lost the love. And I mean, I can understand that. He's had a terrible offensive line all the way through his maybe 6 years now. I could see the Rams throwing everything at the Bengals to go and get Joe Burrow off them. All of a sudden, the Rams are then reloaded and could, that's almost another dynasty, which is exactly what they did earlier when they traded Jared Goff away to get Stafford. And so they've done it before. It seems like they've got the capital to do it again.
McVay's an exciting coach too.
Exactly.
Like if you losing love for the game,
Exactly.
he's the kind of guy you'd talk to.
They seem like an offense that Joe Burrow would thrive in. And I could see a world where, they throw everything at the Bengals. They get Joe Burrow over.
Do the Bengals, are they happy with that 4 picks?
Well, the problem with the Bengals is if they do that, there's like protests at the stadium, and you know what I mean. There's a lot of worry there, but
they need to do something. I think they need to rebuild. I don't think the contracts that they've dished out are going to set them up for long-term success. They've had to pay their best guys.
Do you think Joe Burrow has to kick up a bit of a stink for this to happen? Has to make things more
I think the Rams
uncomfortable?
just have to pick up the phone.
Yeah, I just don't think that's in his personality to do.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, another little thread to this. Sean McVay almost retired, left the Rams a few years ago, 2022. Right. He was going to leave the league, and he decided to re-sign. That contract is up at the end of the 2026 season. So next season's his last year at the Rams unless he extends.
Yep.
What a way to convince him to do yet another couple of years at your franchise, because he could walk off into the sunset as well at the ripe old age of 39.
He's still very young.
He's in his 40s, I think early 40s max.
It's
he's so young.
Hell of a carrot dangling from him. It's like, hey, you have this young quarterback for another 8 years.
Sean McVay's 39 years old.
Yeah, that's nutty.
So he's a year older than Stafford, right?
Then he could retire with 2 Super Bowl wins.
Yeah. Wow.
It's crazy.
That's my little conspiracy theory. I feel like I'm not the first person to pitch this either.
I like it. I think it's a good idea. All 4 picks.
If it happens, I would be backing Burrow for MVP pretty heavily next year.
100%.
It'd be weird for him to go to the team that beat him in the Super Bowl, but I don't think he'd care at that point.
No, I don't think so either. And I think it'd be huge. Anyway, there's your conspiracy theories. There's your tinfoil hats, guys. Congrats.
I like that a lot.
Next segment?
Yeah, let's do the next
do a
segment.
break? Do we do a
Do you want to
break
have a
here?
break, or do you want to get straight into it?
We'll do a break.
If you want to do a break, we'll do a
then we
break.
can fly
We're
through.
going to have a cheeky little break. We'll see you soon.
All right, it is the last episode of the silly season for the year, and Christmas is coming, boys.
Oh,
Christmas
yeah.
is here, and we've spoken about a little bit on our socials about different things to get around for Xmas. And Christmas movies, obviously big.
Yes.
Most iconic movies to me are the Home Alones, 1 and
Big
2.
ones.
Whether you're a Home Alone 1 guy, Home Alone 2
Liam's
guy.
a big fan.
I
you.
need to admit I haven't seen either of them.
That's crazy. And you wouldn't even understand that reference.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's man. The IQ you've got to have that's like Rick and Morty levels of IQ.
Well, basically, Home Alone, mate, it's a classic tale of very neglectful parents. So the way it works is this kid just basically, if you haven't caught on from the title, he gets left home alone.
Wait, hang on.
Yeah.
Wow. Twice.
So I looked at Home Alone 2,
Yes.
Lost in New York. Not as good as Home Alone 1, according to a lot of the people on Reddit, but still, what a fun time.
You said it was better.
I like it. I don't
Yeah.
mind Home Alone 2, but I think it's just because of some of the nostalgic nature of it. But I thought, what if we were to recast Home Alone 2,
yes.
but with some of the sports stars across, NFL,
Various
NBA, whatever,
anything?
various codes.
All right.
Any code. We recast it for the movie, thinking of what these characters are. So I thought we'd give it a little bit of a go. So we'll start with obviously the big star, Kevin McAllister.
Kevin.
Okay, Kevin, the little boy left on his own yet again from his awful parents. Always neglected, the youngest one in the family.
Yeah.
And he's our main protagonist. So I'd think of him, he could be a quarterback.
Yes.
Yeah.
Could be a quarterback, could be a captain of a team, could be anything like
Point
that.
guard.
I'll put one out there.
Go on.
I've got two.
Okay.
Yeah.
One who's already been mentioned on the podcast just moments ago, Joe Burrow.
Mr. Burrow.
Whoa.
Mr.
Yes.
Burrow.
He looks like
this
him.
is what he's feeling
He's a
inside.
doppelganger.
There's
Does
that,
want to leave his family.
There's that photo of Macaulay Culkin dressed as Burrow as well for
there you go.
Halloween.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you
I'd
not
to
seen
look
that?
up.
Yeah.
Let me get
Do
that
they
image
wear
up.
T-shirts of each other? someone
Yeah, I think they've definitely crossed paths multiple times.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's done it.
That is awesome. Hang on a second. Let me try.
So I think that's your obvious answer.
I mean, that's pretty good stuff. Can I get that up on screen? Yeah, here we go. I mean,
Yeah, it's been done the other way.
It has been done the other way. This seems to work. But I will take any other pictures. What do you think?
I did have Joe Burrow myself. I think
Right.
the storyline fits, but also Steph Curry, just because Kevin's got a bag of tricks.
Mm-hmm.
He's always up to crafty little ways to trip people up, and he is playing above his weight. So Steph Curry, he's got the handles, he's got the shots. He's one of the smallest guys in the league, and he's playing against these big bullies.
Okay.
And he bullies them.
So we've got Steph Curry or Joe Burrow. The only other one I had on the list was Oscar Piastri, just for the home alone, because he's just been left home alone by,
Yeah.
by the players.
I feel like you've also just described Volk. Like I feel like Volk could play Kevin McAllister.
I think you're just going off height.
well, no height. Picking on the bigger guys. He's got a
Yeah.
bag of tricks.
Fair.
He's got to do it himself. He's in the ring. It's just him.
I'm thinking, what do we feel? I'm going to stick. What do you reckon?
I reckon
Joe
we go
Burrow?
with Joe.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow, Kevin
yeah,
McAllister,
lock it
Joe
in.
Burrow. We've locked it in. Okay, next one I've got is Mum and Dad. Obviously, probably the catalyst to this story happening. You know what I mean? Like they're the reason that he gets into this crazy
they're
little mess.
Quite useless.
So yeah, kind of. I'm thinking, higher ups, people in managerial roles, probably also
okay.
captains as well. Maybe it doesn't just have to be the athletes. It could be people in charge.
Yeah.
I went with an organisation that I think has very much failed their children, which would be their fans.
I think I know where you're going with
I'm
this.
actually, I'm in Dallas, but it's not going to be the Cowboys. I'm actually going with the Dallas Mavericks, who got rid of their young little boy,
Yep.
which would have been, in this case, Luca, and they left him out, and the fans were so upset because they've ruined it completely. And to be honest, much like the mum and dad in Home Alone, child services should come in and take this organisation away from them.
Yes.
I've got one a little closer to home that I
Okay.
think also works. I think it's the West Tigers board.
That's actually really good.
Yeah, like
That's-
just neglectful.
Yeah.
People want him out.
That's good.
Yeah, that's probably where I would go.
I don't mind that at all. West Tigers organisation.
No, I'm happy with those two.
You happy with those
picks.
two?
Yeah.
I think, well, let's go with the West
Hell
Tigers.
yeah.
The West
Yeah.
Tigers are the mum and dad. And we've got quite a Tiger theme to start the show already.
There you
Joe
go.
Burrow, the Bengal, West Tigers organisation of mum and dad. This next character,
Yep.
I think's iconic, kind of comes in at the end of the movie and is, quite easily described scary up top, but then you start to realise actually
Very good heart.
very good heart, doing a great job.
okay.
And that is the pigeon lady.
Yeah.
Obviously scary at the beginning when Kevin encounters the pigeon lady, but then obviously they have a great conversation. They talk about life, which is quite interesting, quite philosophical, and then at the end obviously helps
Bit of a whimsical character.
Yeah.
I always thought Piers Morgan because he's just got the doppelganger.
there is the Piers Morgan
There is some
doppelganger.
memes getting around. But this is like the friendship character, the really good heart, and I'm thinking Paddy Mills for me.
Oh yeah,
It's just
Do
quite.
you think Paddy Mills is scary?
No,
yeah,
it's
that's
like-
kind of weird.
Yeah.
He's scary from beyond the arc.
Yeah,
That's
oh.
true.
But,
That is true.
And when he's playing for the Boomers, he's scary. But,
Yep.
No, I just think he's there for good advice. He's
I don't mind it.
guiding figure.
I've scary up front, big warm heart. I think of Josh Papali'i.
Josh Papali'i, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's where I would
That's
go.
not bad at all for Papali'i being there. I got a couple of different options. I went for two big guys on the court. One's
Yeah.
retired, but like kind of scary because of how big they are. But also when you hear them talk, they're quite lovely. And one would be Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
Shaq.
Like
Yep.
that.
Could be the pigeon lady.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
And the other one would be Jokic, who is also like a big beast on the court.
He's
but
a
then
cuddly bear.
He's like, I just want to go home to my family after winning the NBA title.
I do like Jokic because he's a man of not many words.
And
Yeah.
niche animals
Yeah.
as well.
Niche animals.
Loves the trots.
Loves the trots. Not
Yeah.
even the thoroughbreds. He loves
Yeah.
the trots.
The only other one I had was going into the managerial idea of, scary at first, but then you're like, actually, I trust this person. And that would be Peter Volandis.
Yeah.
Because when he came in, people were a bit like, what's this racing guy going to do to bloody rugby league?
Likes animals.
And he likes animals. And wow, this has been huge success.
Pull some strings.
Pull some strings. got there.
I've got another one. I don't know if the toy store owner's coming up in this, but
He isn't, but I could
he
add
isn't.
him.
No. Well, that's all right because I reckon this guy fits the pigeon lady as well. Greg Popovich.
Greg Pop, the Pop.
He runs a very tight ship.
Yeah.
He's quite demanding of his players, but once he builds that relationship,
They love him.
They love him.
They absolutely love him.
That's
Okay.
also Madge,
Yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah.
Madge as well could be the pigeon lady. Madge is the pigeon
And he
lady.
gets the job done.
She does get
Glenn
the job
McGrath?
done. At the end,
Pitch, an actual pigeon.
He's on the lady.
pigeon lady at the end, she is a key factor in them overcoming the bandits.
Bill Laurie loved his pigeons as well.
Yeah.
Who are we going with? We've got a whole bunch
There's
of
a heap
options
there.
out there.
I think you should pick Shad.
You want me to pick?
Yeah.
I reckon Jokic's kind of stuff.
Jokic is a good shout.
I think we'll go with Jokic. Jokic is going to be our pigeon lady for the movie. Now it's time for the bandits.
Yep.
We've got Harry and Marv, obviously. So we'll start with Harry.
All right.
You remember these guys?
Yeah. little angry Italian
Never seen
man.
the
I feel
movie.
like he's in every movie.
I had three really good pairings, so I've done Harry and Marv together. The first one, which I really like the dynamic and I think it'd work well on an actual movie, would be Charles Barkley as Harry and Shaquille O'Neal as Marv.
Interesting.
Just
That's
the
good.
chemistry between them. Charles is a fire with his mouth. He's got an ill temper. Shaq's more physical comedy. Will fall over, get hit by bricks in the
Yeah.
face a
Love
lot.
that.
I just feel like there's that chemistry there.
I've gone the exact same way with you and casted
Yeah.
them together as a
Okay.
duo. So
Okay.
you've got Shaq and Barkley. I've gone with a younger kind of.
Yeah.
I'm recasting the film, and I've gone with Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterberg.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's chaos.
Two guys.
That is chaos.
One's the smarts, which is the
Yeah.
quarterback. The other one's just chaotic,
Yeah.
fumbling around, getting injuries all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, two of them just bumping heads.
Well, the
all over
concussion.
place. The concussion.
the concussion's
concussion levels
great.
through
Yeah.
the roof.
Would
You know they'll do all their own stunts.
Yeah.
Would a bloke like Dylan Brooks fit this bill? Like,
Yeah.
thinks he's a real criminal mastermind, but he's
Fiery.
a bit of a
Yeah.
clown.
Yeah.
That could work.
Dill
Who would he
Brooks is
partner
good.
up with? Because you do have Marv.
Who's he played with?
Because you got
Well,
Marv as well.
Gee, I see. When I look at that, I think of what's his face from the Thunder? Chet Holmgren.
yeah.
Brooks and Holmgren.
Holmgren's got a bit more brains about him than Marv, I think. I do like going into tennis. I like Bernard Tomic as Marv.
Oh, you could have
And Nick
Kyrgios.
Kyrgios
That's pretty good
as
as well.
Harry.
That's pretty good as
Fiery. There's a
Or
bit more contempt between
even,
each
well. They're
other.
not even in the game anymore.
Yeah.
Kokonakis and Kyrgios would also
Special
fit.
case.
So they're doubles
Yeah.
partners.
Oh, a lot of options, boys. What are we thinking? We've got Shaq and
It's your
Barkley.
segment. You
You boys got to decide this one, mate. We got your boys from the Giants. Could be in there. We got the Special Ks or Tomic.
I think Shaq and Chuck make the most
that
sense.
makes sense.
As someone that hasn't seen the movie, I think that
And they're all
makes
the
the most
blokes.
sense. Yeah.
Okay, that's it. That's our full cast for the Home Alone series. What do you think? Let us know. Comment on the pod. And when you watch it this weekend or next weekend, just imagine our guys in the new role. I feel for
Yeah.
Burrow, the poor guy.
Yeah, Shaq's coming.
Yeah, good
Can't be
luck.
any worse than what he cops on a Sunday
Oh,
anyway.
mate. If Kevin had turf toe, moving's
Oh,
over in the
over.
first 5
It'd be
minutes.
over.
See you later.
Slipping on the ice in Home Alone 2. That's it. He's out for the season.
All right, it is time for another round of trivia, and we're playing a board game today. It's one of my favorites. It's actually one that we've played and my family Christmas a couple years running. It's called Wavelength.
Where would you put your mum's turkey on there?
Well, yeah, that's all the way over there. It's really good. But the way this game works, boys, especially on the show today, is you both are going to battle each other, and I'm going to be on your team the
No
whole
shot
time.
callers.
No shot collars. You will get a prompt. For example, Jack used a good one. You'd have on this far side, it would be best ice cream flavors. This side, it would be worst ice cream flavors. You jumble it up. You boys have a look. So the most amount of points is on something that would be considered a bad ice cream flavor. Mm-hmm. You figure out where that is. You close it up, and then you give me a prompt.
Toenail.
Toenail flavor. Ew, yuck. I think that's all the way down the bottom. And then I reveal it.
I kind of like it.
And that's 2 points. So
Okay.
Jack
Yeah.
would be on 2 points. I reckon we do 3 rounds each. Whoever's got the most points is the win.
Okay.
Other person spins the
Other
wheel.
person spins the wheel.
And-
And this is quite visual. So if you're listening on Spotify,
Yeah.
open up, watch the video
So
version
I've-
of the pod.
I've got 20 different ones here. I'm going to roll a D20. Some of them are sport, some of them are Christmas. So we'll see what we get. So Jack, why don't you give it a little spin?
Yeah, can you spin for me, shirt? Give it a rip.
This far side, it's sport that takes the least amount of athleticism. On this side, it's the most athleticism.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah. All right, darts.
Darts. So I'm going to say, while you don't have to be super athletic, you still need a little bit. So I'm going to put it right about there. And
You
we'll
need
reveal
zero.
it.
That's insane. You don't need any.
You don't need any
Are
of
you
that.
kidding me? That's crazy.
completely different to
Yeah, this
athleticism.
guy's a f***ing idiot.
You've got obese people.
Why are we working together? We should be working together.
Oh
not
my
this fool.
God. I was going to go decathlon or darts. Like, it was either.
That is a tough one.
Yeah. Wow. What's the mind athleticism? That's not a thing.
Mind athleticism. Yeah, you know what mind athleticism is? The amount of mental gymnastics you had to do to try and come up with that answer. What an
Oh
idiot.
my goodness.
For those listening, he did darts as like
What could I put?
midway.
What could I put below darts? What? Think of a
Chess.
sport. What?
Bowls.
But then he would
Yeah,
have
but
been
that
like,
was all that.
I'd say that your bowls would have
bowls.
more
You have to
athleticism than
actually
darts.
bend over.
Yeah, that's what
Darts
are you
is a
talking
risk.
about?
Darts, you can have
This
a beer
guy.
in one hand.
All right, do I spin this?
Yes. And your topic is least desirable Kris Kringle gift and most desirable.
I
So
reckon
have a peek and I won't look.
That's a tough one. Least
Liam.
desirable.
Liam gets puffed after a game of darts. Are we putting a budget on this?
Yeah,
or-
why
Yeah.
don't we do that? So what? Office Secret Santa would be like $20.
Yeah.
$20.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a $20 budget.
Yep.
But what they gave you was a $15 gift card with a keychain.
See, I feel like you'd come out if you got a gift card. I feel like you'd be
It's great.
pretty happy with
But the
that.
budget was 20.
What type of keychain? This is just like some rubbish little bottle.
It was
opener.
like it's like when you get welcome to Perth. Welcome to Perth, but it's also a nail cutter.
I'm gonna go about there.
Holy shit.
Mate, get in, dude, get in.
That was
3 points.
That was a good
3 points. You rolled a 17, so it's worst Christmas tradition, best Christmas tradition.
Worst Christmas tradition versus best.
Christmas tradition. I don't want to overthink this.
Just vibe it.
I think the 4 is about there.
Oh wow!
Oh, 2 points.
Yeah.
2
That's
points.
good, though.
That's not
That's
bad.
Happy to get on the board.
Person who would be the worst Santa, person who would be the best Santa.
That's easy. I like that.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Morgan Freeman.
Does play a good god.
He does do a good god.
The idea, yeah, I feel like he would be a good one. I feel
Also
like
puts you in a fascinating spot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What do you think
The
of Morgan Freeman as Santa? How do you feel about that?
Yeah. Not my traditional Santa, but
can't believe you'd say that about Morgan Freeman. I think Morgs would be pretty good.
I feel like you got psyched out. I've got to put a few
You went too woke, mate.
I've got to put a few extras on. He's not that good. I mean, he's pretty skinny, you know.
I reckon I've nailed that as where he would be as Santa.
Because he's loving.
Show you working out. Why isn't he better?
Well, because the traditional thing where people would be like, "Oh, Santa's this buddy, Saint Nick, white guy with grey beard." But
So
then if you had Morgan
you've
Freeman,
gone
he
woke.
fits everything except the aesthetic.
The only
He's
thing
a loving
I would,
guy.
I
he's
don't
quite nice,
I don't
deep
see
voice.
color like that. I just thought he'd be a lovely guy,
But
very
not the
thoughtful.
not the color aspect. Because like
So what was it that you knocked him back for then? Because he's nice at everything as a person.
he doesn't have the jolliness about him. He has the kindness, not the jolliness.
Yeah, that's a good
See,
point.
that's
Ho, ho, ho.
I'll pay that. Sport where trash talk matters the least. Sport where trash talk
Okay,
matters
don't
the
look.
most.
Don't look. Okay. Cricket.
It is a very big aspect of the game. Is it the most important? Matters the most to me would be like UFC, boxing, because
Oh, yeah.
trash talk pays
Yeah,
for
fair.
it's pay-per-view.
Very good point.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I thought I
okay.
meant.
Matters the least would be like a marathon, because like
Yeah, true. No one would
Yeah.
say anything. on
Yeah.
that. Too busy, too
Well,
pumped.
maybe they need to.
Maybe they do. Yeah. Maybe they'd be killing these times.
so.
Yeah.
See you,
okay.
loser. Shoes untied.
How you've gone? Bang.
I
3
feel
points.
like
You need a 3 or a 4
yeah,
to win.
great.
Let's go least clutch athlete, most clutch athlete.
Dozer, Benny Hunt. Give me 3 points.
Holy shit! How can you put him most clutch? He's dropped.
That's why I thought. That's why I thought it would be like around here because he had the
Hey,
one drop.
That was
See what I mean?
Ben Hunt.
was his last
Ben Hunt dropped it. Those
Yeah.
didn't drop
The
it.
one drop.
my
the one
God.
drop would have bumped him to here. That would have been perfect.
Boys, that's a tie.
Only one glass. Oh,
That's
it's
a
a tie.
That's
Yeah,
a
you have
tie.
to do the punish.
Yes.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Oh, okay, fair enough.
Send
Send
$5
Right.
lunch and $5.
Lunch
Yeah,
at
good.
$5. I'm checking that on the Rams win the Super Bowl.
Very nice. All right, we might jump into the betting segment, boys. All right, boys, it's time to jump into our betting segment for the week. It was a whole lot of red last week in the 10-unit challenge. I had the Bengals head-to-head. They didn't show up.
That also
and
cost you lunch.
It cost me lunch. Shad, it also cost you your bet because you had Jamar Chase in a George Pickens.
Isn't that crazy that how that game played, both of those games playing out, that neither of those wide receivers had any kind of traction?
Yeah, not sure. Pickens is he's fallen back to earth,
in his
hasn't
own
he?
head.
Oh, well, I think that a big part of why Pickens was huge was they kept running these slants, and then like idiots, all of the talking heads on Dallas Pods and shit spoke about how much this slant has been effective, and then they all just shut it down.
Yeah.
But I think there was also an element of that team being like, well, do we try and get a better pick?
They're tanking. Jack, you had Newcastle into Aston Villa. You got 1 out of 2, I think.
Yeah,
So not to
Newcastle
be.
shut the bed against Sunderland.
So that was 10 weeks of this, boys. So we've all invested 100 units. I'm sitting at negative 38.4. Jack, you're at negative 46.05. And Shad, you're in the green by 42.6 units.
Wow.
So
Doing better than my personal account, I'll tell you that much.
Why don't you kick us off, Shad? Do you remember what you had that you gave me before the show?
Yes, I do. My multi this week, I'm going to put all 10 units on a 2-leg multi. It's the end of the, a lot of the NFL games are kind of not a lot going on. Some of them have got things to play for, some of them don't. I've gone with a multi. I still think that the Pats are a great team.
Yep.
I think it's crazy that they are. I guess it's because I think they're not at home. I think they're in Baltimore for this game. They play the Ravens. It's like over $2 for them to win, but I've taken the points +3 against the Ravens in the first leg of my multi. And then the other one is it's a dead rubber, but it's not for the guys playing. Cousins, wanting to show that he's worth something to finish off the year, and he did last week.
Yeah, he's got a bit of gas.
Still got a bit of juice in there, and those players want to play well. I'm going to back the Falcons. Another reason for this, boys, and I did want to talk about this on the pod, but we can do it another time. The thing to look out of punters, now that the season's starting to come to a close, there's a hell of a lot of incentives still sitting out there for players.
It's bonus
Millions
time.
of dollars on the line.
Ooh.
And a few of these are in play for some of the players. Bijan Robinson is one of those players. So if you want to get on that, just have a look at who's got their incentives on the line. So I've got Falcons to win, and I've got the Pats +3.5.
And that is $3.17 odds.
Big unit.
Jack, you've split your units in half this week.
Yeah, I'm doing the halfie again, half day Tuesdays. I am looking at the Adelaide Test.
Yep.
We're looking at Australia's first innings top run scorer,
Yep.
which I'm taking Manos Labajane. He averages 70 runs at Adelaide Oval, higher than any current player. So Manos for top run scorer, he's due for a big century, I think.
Yep.
And then I'm also looking at Australia's top wicket taker for the first innings.
This one's obvious.
This one's obvious. He's absolutely smashing everyone in the series so far, and that's Mitchell Starc. He's also got the second best average behind Josh Hazlewood at Adelaide Oval.
Surely.
And Hazlewood is not playing.
Surely you're getting something there. Sure.
So that's $3.30, $5 for Manos, 5 and 5.
Very
equals
nice.
10.
I've
Folks.
I've also had a look at the Adelaide Test, and there was one market in the specials that caught my eye across the whole game, not the first innings this time. I've taken local boy Travis Head for 100+ runs across both innings, Mitchell Starc 5+ wickets across both innings. So realistically, we could both hit on a decent Starkey performance tomorrow. So yeah, that's how I'm playing it. That is $4 for me. So all 10 units, $4.
Hell yeah.
I like it, boys.
Very
good
nice.
stuff.
Yes.
Smart punting.
We're going to be in the green.
One day.
happen.
One day. It's a long series we've got, so hopefully we can claw it back. Boys, that's it for the year. Thank you very much. Have a good Christmas. Stay safe.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website